Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for joining my meeting. So, today we'll be talking about the project kickoff meeting. And before I start the meeting, let me give a brief introduction about our company. Our company is Denso International, which is a major parts and software supplier for ECUs used in the automotives. And our group will be particularly focusing on the software used in the behind the wheel of the driver, which will display the odometer, speedometer, and trip computer details to the driver so that he can be aware of what he's driving in the car and how much speed he's driving in the car. And let me introduce the folks about the audience here. So here we have the senior technical director of our software group, Mr. Smith. Hi Smith, thanks for joining. And we have a software applications team head, Robert. Thanks for joining, Robert. And we have Michael over here, who is the product testing team head. Thanks for joining. And we have Charlie, who is the quality inspection team's head. Thanks, everybody. So, basic objective of this meeting today is to get approval from all of the stakeholders to effectively start the project. Okay, let's jump into the meeting. So, first things first, the meeting's agenda today is mainly discussing about the project description and the purpose of the project and its benefits, and we'll see what is the scope of the project from the customer point of view, schedule of the project, customer. Then we will see the budget summary, which will be a high level, and the organization structure of this project. Then finally the risk management plan and contingency plans. So project descriptions, basically the problem here is the developers have the change requests from the customers for already existing software. So what they do is they analyze the requirements, updated requirements, and create a basic design and code, review with their peers for just one small line of code change, which takes more time and more resources to do that. So here our project auto source code generator will automate this process of doing all the review and stuff, because it uses the basic standard code supported by all the international community of software people. And this tool will be a graphical user interface, which will be deployed on a web server and can be accessed from the internet. So this tool will take the requirements sent by the customer with the delta created by a developer, and it generates the output of the source code, which can be integrated into the existing software and tested. Here's the graphical interface. So here you give the requirement delta and the tool generates the source code, which can be integrated and tested. And the main purpose of this project is to reduce the resource usage for already existing projects and time consumption. So by the way, I mean, we can allocate more resources to a project which uses an effort to create a project from scratch and reduce the usage in the already existing projects. And also, this tool avoids human intervention in the coding, which by other means reducing the introduction of new issues actually already existing in the code. So there comes the 3 P's in action: problem, process, and product. So problem here is resource drain and time consumption. And the process, what you're doing is comparing already existing requirements and code, then generate a source code which is followed by the standards of international community. Then integrate that code and test it for quality. So we delivered the code to the customer with 100% perfection. Then the scope of this project is the requirements which we get from the customers. So basically all the change requests which will be describing about what change they need in the existing software will always be occupied with the updated version of the requirements. So what the developer needs to do is compare the already existing version of the requirement and create a delta which will be taken as input to this tool and generate a source code. And the criteria for the customer acceptance for this project is the tool should generate a code which is followed by the standards of the international software community, and also they want the tool generated source code to be integrated into existing software package and quality tested, which we do every time. So here's the main part of this project, the project schedule with the milestone. Let me break down this project in a high level. We have a 4 multi-level process of development here. The first level will have the design part. So whatever we are giving as input to the tool, which is a delta sheet, how do we design that one? How do we create that one? Then the graphical user interface, which is the tool by itself, how it will be looking to the user who's using it. And the third one is the backend program, which will do the code comparison and generate the code. So that will be level 1, creating the design. Then level 2 will be proposal of the design to all the stakeholders and getting approval. Then level 3 will be after approved design, after the review, start the development of the code and the tool itself. Then fourth level will be integration testing of the tool with the graphical user interface, then deliver it to the customer, in this case who will be the developers of our group. So let me give you the schedule with the milestone of the due dates also. So now we are at the project kickoff meeting, that's today, due by today, and next we have the design proposal, development phase starting, testing phase starting, and deliver the end product. And here is the high level summary of the budget. So our project, the auto source code generator here, is a short term project of just 4 months, and we got a budget allocated of US $60,000. And as you see the table to the right of you, I have identified the key budget items with the estimated cost. So the first month is like 28,000, we get it from the project team after approving the funds. As we go on implementing the projects to the final month, you can see the total cost is cover around $60,000. Then here we have the organization structure of this project team. So this is a project organization structure which is hierarchical, by the way, and the project manager, which is myself, will have most of the control of this project. Also we have Smith, who is the senior technical director and also the project sponsor. So he will be engaged in this project as a leading authority. Then we have Robert, who's a software team application head. He have a team of 2 members. And we have Michael here, who is the product testing team head. He also have a team of 2 members. And we have quality inspection and testing team head, Mr. Charlie, who have a team member of 1. And after this kickoff meeting, if any new change request coming from the customer or from the other teams, it should be approved by the integrated change control board, which will be basically the Mr. Robert, Michael, and Charlie. And I will submit the change request form to these guys to get approval. Then we will proceed if any changes or something happens as we go through. So that's why I want to introduce you to the project organization structure and the integrated change control board. Last but not least, we have to analyze the risk involved in this project, identify them, then create a mitigation or a contingency plan. So here you can see the table to the right. I have analyzed three types of risk: high, medium, and low. First, we'll see the high risk, which if a resource allocated to this project suddenly quits the job, what is the contingency plan? So here in development team and testing team, we have two members each, and in the quality testing team we have one member each. And I recommend hiring one additional resource in all the teams so that we keep a buffer and manage this risk if anything happens. Then there comes the medium risk, where the testing team finds a bug or a quality issue in the developed software which will delay this project and postpone the deadline. But as you know, we have the slacks and buffer here. We can calculate the critical path and change the critical path to meet the project deadline. That is the medium risk contingency plan. And there is a low risk also, where the laptop which is used for developing the project have some hardware or software issue and fail to open or start. The contingency plan is to store all the source code, test procedure, or test results and the customer requirements in a common infrastructure like a Microsoft SharePoint, so that we can access it from any laptop from anywhere at any time, so we don't get backlog or postponed due to this software issue. So those the contingency plans for this three types of risk I have identified. And I think that's it for today. And as you all stakeholders, thanks for attending. Thank you so much. And next meeting we will be attending with the design proposal review, which will be conducted by the software development team. Thanks again for joining. Thanks everybody.